看一下，很酷，外星人，拿来跟皮叶，因为它刚好就是在51区旁边，因为我们这边开车看得到51区在这边。对，那51区是一个不能进去的区域啊，所以等于说只能在外面这边看。
Saw that there were aliens there, would you tell us?
Yeah.
You would. President Clinton said he did check and there was nothing.
That's what we're instructed to say.
Unless it's a, threat to national security, I think we ought to share it with the public.
Find out what the truth really is.
The aliens won't let it happen. They exercise strict control over us.
I hope you will indulge me in something because I want to ask you about your access to the files on the UFOs.
There's also Area 51. You remember there was a great sci-fi movie where there was an alien kept deep under the ground in Area 51? So first I had people go look at the records on Area 51 to make sure there was no alien down there. And people thought that because everybody who works there has to stop about an hour away and put on special clothing and then drive in and out. And that's because a lot of our stealth technology is made there. We know that now, but there are no aliens there. So then when the Roswell thing came up, I knew we'd get, gazillions of letters. So I had all the Roswell papers reviewed, everything. It's not like Independence Day.
Yeah, right.
That it's a conflict.
Well, now we have friendly
Maybe the only way to unite this incredibly divided world of ours. They're out there. We better think of how all the differences among people on Earth would seem small if we felt threatened by a space invader. That's the whole theory of independence.
You're right.
Everybody gets together and makes nice and,
No one knows what it is or where it came from. I have just received word that the President of the United States has arrived and will attempt to make first contact.
I must approach it alone. This is all about peaceful communication.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Well, the Air Force's files on UFO sightings is released. And guess who's in the report?
That's right. These files, termed Project Blue Book, shows reported UFO sightings back in May 1964 at the Asheville School for Boys, a local private school. Included are sketches and detailed first-hand accounts of at least 5 different sightings. It's something the people of Asheville are talking about.
The Air Force has recently made public Project Blue Book, an archive of UFO reports and investigations dating back to the 1940s. The report includes more than 12,000 sightings made by military members and civilians.
Just about 4:45, and take a look at this viral video from La Junta in southeastern Colorado. All right, Vivian Gomez wrote on Facebook that her security camera captured this on Sunday morning. There are people on Facebook who say it looks like Dobby from Harry Potter, or a ghost or an alien, or a kid in flip-flops and underwear.
So, tell me, when did the nuclear war start? Run. No. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, so now tell me, when does the nuclear war start? Okay, by whom? Really, boss? How? Interesting. So I see a lot about. Oh, well, great.
And that's an important threshold. So there definitely seems to be a connection there.
We had your husband, President Clinton, on the show. He said, I asked him about UFOs and Area 51, and if he looked in, because if I was president, that's the first thing I do. I go right into those files and see what was going on.
Right.
And he said that he did do that.
Yes.
And that he didn't find anything.
Well, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, why not?
Right? And you know, there's a new name. It's unexplained aerial phenomenon. Hopefully make as much of that public as possible. If there's nothing there, let's tell people there's nothing there.
What if there is something there?
Well, if there is something there, unless it's a threat to national security, I think we ought to share it with the public.
But what if everybody's all hopped up on medical marijuana and everybody gets paranoid? I would love it.
That's why I want more research.
If you share it with me, I'll decide what is the best course of action. I really have my ear to the ground.
So I had all the Roswell papers reviewed, everything. Well, I think, look, what do we know? We know now we live in an ever-expanding universe. We know that there are billions of stars and planets literally out there, and the universe is getting bigger. We know from our fancy telescopes that just in the last 2 years, more than 20 planets have been identified outside our solar system that seem to be far enough away from their suns and dense enough that they might be able to support some form of life. So it makes it increasingly less likely that they might be able to support some form of life. So it makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone.
Oh, you're trying to give me a hint that there are aliens.
No, I'm trying to tell you I don't know.
But first I want to ask you, this is a question that I think is very important to me and very important to the country. When you were in office, and I don't know when this happened or if it happened, did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? Because if I was president, that'd be the first thing I did.
You know, it's funny. My daughters asked the very same question.
They did?
Yeah.
Would you be allowed to tell your daughters what was in those files?
No.
You would not?
No.
Now that you're out of office, you can do anything you want, right?
True, yeah. But I'm not telling you.
You're not telling You're not telling me what? Are you not telling me that you looked at them?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Are there really great secrets that you know that you can't share with people?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. And you never write about them?
No.
Maybe at a time in your life that you're like, oh, I'm 90, I'm going to do it.
No.
No, nothing. What if you were to get like a little like loopy, you know? You get old and...
Start drinking again?
Start drinking again. Guillermo, get some tequila.
Yeah.
You don't want to drink it?
The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets. They exercise strict control over us.
So did you look? Did you see? Did you explore?
I can't reveal anything.
Oh, really? Because President Clinton said he did go right in and he did check and there was nothing.
Well, you know, that's what we're instructed to say.
This is Clinton promising to get to the bottom of the UFO and Area 51 conspiracies. And I wondered if the president would like to beat her to the punch by, showing his degree of transparency on this issue, which is of concern to a lot of Americans.
Yeah. I have to admit I don't have a tab in my briefing book for Area 51 today.
再见了，外星人。下次再回家。OK， 记得订阅。
Okay, so if we stop this lunatic from blowing us up, we'll be fine, right? Wait.